so today we're going to start doing this bracelet. We're also going to do a necklace with this waxing cord, and this cord is not exactly from Macrame, but you can find this waxed cord at any store like Hobby Lobby or Joann's. So let's start cutting two long pieces of cord, and let's fold in half and give it a knot, making a little ring in the end. So that part of the ring is where you're gonna actually fit your button. So let's start here doing the squared knot. So you can see I put it there for you, a little graphic of how to make this squared knot. So let's do a few squared knots here, and it's gonna depend of how long you want these knots to go. So it depends on the size of your wrist. So what you have to do is do at least 2 or 3 to start it, and then you're gonna start adding your seed beads. So actually here, instead of adding seed beads only, I'm gonna add some crystal drops. So these crystal drops are not so small, but they're also not so big, so they're gonna look pretty cute in your wrist when you finish your bracelet. So in the middle, where you have the 2 cords, you're gonna actually add a bigger seed bead. I'm gonna put the sizes of all the jewelry, all the names, and where you can buy them, all in the description below here from the video. So now after you added at one side 1 drop, in the middle with the 2 cords you're gonna add the seed beads, and on the other side you're gonna add another drop. After you do that, you keep going on your squared knot. So when you're doing your squared knot, make sure you start either from the right to the left, and then going from the left to the right, and try to keep that in mind, and then you're not gonna be lost when you're doing your squared knots. You have to do it twice so you finish your square. So as you can see, I did it twice, and now I added again at one side the drop, at the other side the drop, and in the middle I added the seed beads. So that's what you're gonna do until you finish your bracelet, the length you want for your bracelet. So I have very, very thin wrist, so my bracelet's not gonna be so long, so big. So here I finished adding all the beads and the drops, and I measured and to see if it was in the length I wanted for my bracelet. Let's now finish with a few square knots, and then we're gonna add the button. And that's pretty much it. It's not really hard at all. I mean, I'm sure you can do it pretty easily, and as you can see, you can definitely do a few different ways. You know, you can add different types of beads and do your own style. So here, after finishing the square knots I wanted to have the exact length I wanted for my bracelet, I do a whole knot with all the cords, and then I add my button. I'm using here a vintage style button, and I'm doing another knot holding the little ring that's below the button with all the cords, and I'm gonna do the last knot, and then I'm done. Pretty much it. I'm finished. So now you can see how it looks. My wrist is very, very thin, and I did a little bigger than I wanted, but that's okay. So now let's start making our necklace, and it's pretty much the same. I'm just gonna use longer cords. I'm gonna get 2 cords again, fold in half, and make a little knot, making this little ring to fit the button in the end. So that's how you do it. Make it pretty tight. And then you divide it in 3 and put 2 cords in the middle, 1 cord at one side and another cord at the other side. So let's start again with our square knots. I'm gonna make a few of them, and then I'm gonna start adding the beads. For this jewelry, I'm gonna actually use some metal beads. There are some spacers too. I love using spacers for this type of necklace. This kind is a little bohemian chic, so you're gonna see how cute it's gonna look. I'm gonna add some little pendants too, some metal pendants, and it's gonna look awesome. So after doing the amount of square knots I wanted, I'm gonna add 2 seed beads on the top. So let's say here that the top is on the right, and there is the middle and there is the bottom side of the necklace, which is on the left side of this video. So on the top side, I'm going to add 2 seed beads. In the middle side with the 2 cords, I'm going to add 2 more seed beads. And in the bottom side, I'm going to add 1 seed bead, 1 spacer with a ring to actually add a little pendant afterwards, and another seed bead. And I'm going to do 2 square knots every time I do that. So you can see that the bottom part is actually a little bigger than the top part. And that's actually what I wanted to happen, because then you're going to have the little curve to make your necklace. So again, I'm going to add the 2 seed beads on top, 2 seed beads in the middle, 1 seed bead, 1 spacer, and another seed bead in the bottom. And then I'm going to do 2 square knots. And that's what I do for at least 11 times. So after that, I'm going to do the middle part of the necklace. What I'm going to do is add 5 seed beads on top, 2 seed beads in the middle, 1 spacer and 2 more seed beads. In the bottom part, I'm going to add only 3 seed beads, and I'm going to have 1 spacer, 1 seed bead, another spacer, another seed bead, and 3 more seed beads. So after that, you do at least 2 or 3 square knots to have a little space between that and the other part on the right side of the necklace. And that's it. It's not hard at all. As you can see, you just have to have some patience, and I usually do this watching some TV, which is awesome. So I watch some TV, I watch some YouTube videos, and I keep doing this. I hope you guys have as much fun as I do doing this. It's so much fun. I'm definitely an arts and crafts fan.